We'll continue our review now with equations of circles. So here we have a circle with a center right here at 1, 1. So the center of this circle is 1, 1. And the radius is 1 unit. Okay, so for our equation, we've got x minus h, and h is right here. So x minus 1 squared plus y minus k, and k is right here. So that's y minus 1 squared equals the radius squared, and 1 squared is 1. So this is the standard form of the equation of this circle. Okay, now here we have an equation and we want to graph it. So the center of the circle is hk. H comes from right here, but it's x minus h, which means in our center it's the opposite number, so we're going to use positive 3 in our center. And for k, we have a plus 2, which means in our center we have a negative 2. And then for the radius, we have the square root of this number. This right here is r squared. So the radius squared is 25, and the square root of 25 is 5, so the radius is 5. So the center is at 3, 2, so that's 3 to the right and up 2. I'm sorry, that's 3, negative 2. Okay, my mistake there. Don't worry, I'll edit that out before you ever see this. Right 3 and down 2. Right there is the center. And then the radius is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll go right, left, up, and down. Okay, so now we'll just do the best we can to make a circle out of those 4 points. It's not always easy to make a good circle, but we do the best we can with the points we're given. Okay, next we have a circle with a center of 1, 3. Okay, so the center's at 1, 3, so that means we have x minus 1 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals the radius squared, but we don't know the radius. Okay, so to get the radius, we will do the distance formula. Okay, so the radius is the square root of, and that's 1 minus negative 4. So minus negative 4 squared plus 3 minus 15 squared. Okay, so 1 minus negative 4, that is 3. And so we've got 3 squared. I'm sorry, 1 minus negative 4, that's 1 plus 4, that's 5 squared. So we have 5 squared. And then 3 minus 15 is negative 12 squared. Okay, so 5 squared, we've got 25, and negative 12 squared is 144. So we have the square root of 169, and that is 13. Okay, so 13 is the radius, and right here in our equation is the radius squared. 13 squared, 13 times 13 is 169. That is our equation. Okay, and last on this page, we have an equation here that we want to put into standard form. So my first step is going to be collecting the similar variables. So we have x squared minus 10x, and since I have a squared and a first power, I'm going to leave a blank there for a c. And then I have plus y squared plus 8y, and because I have a squared and a first power, I'll leave a blank there for a c, equals 23. Now I put 2 blanks on the left side, so I need 2 matching blanks on the right side. Okay, now to fill in those blanks, I do half of b squared, so that's negative 10 divided by 2 squared. And that's negative 5 squared, which is 25. So plus 25 here, and we match that on the right side. Then we do the same with this b right here, 8. 8 over 2 squared, so that is 4 squared, which is 16. So the remaining blanks will be 16. Okay, now we factor. So we will factor this right here, and to factor it, nice and easy, just take b divided by 2, which we did right here. It's a negative 5. So we have x minus 5 squared. Okay, then we have plus, and we do the same with the y's. Half of b is 4, so it's y plus 4 squared. Equals, and then we add 23, 25, and 16. And we get 64. And there is the equation in standard form. So it says, write it in standard form, then find the center and the length of the radius. Okay, so we've got our standard form here. The center comes from h and k, but it's opposite signs. So the center is positive 5, negative 4. And then the radius, we take this number right here and take its square root. Okay, so the square root of 64, and if you're using my calculator, that's this button right here. So second and square root 64 is 8. So the radius is 8.